A&M loss, but how kind of dismal the practices have been. Do you notice like an uptick in intensity this week?
We've actually had off day the other day, so it's been kind of more like recovery. But we're getting back into the grind, and hopefully, today is really intense and focused on the upcoming game against Okie State on the road.
Cam, you're on pace right now to be the first K-State player in 7 years to rank top 5 in assists, top 5 in assist and turnover ratio in the Big 12. What's been the key to your success this season?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that. That's not something I think about. I just think about making the right plays for my teammates. Of course, when somebody on our team is going and the ball is in my hand, it's my job to get them the ball. And credit to them, they making shots, which give me that assist. So I didn't even know I was gonna be top 5 in that, but I really take pride in getting my teammates open.
You're also coming up on top 5 or top 10 and made 3-pointers in a K-State career. What's been the success there?
I didn't know that either. I don't really know the rankings like that for school history, but I didn't know that. And it's all about me making shots now. Especially like last game, I didn't make the shots that I needed to make, and that's one of the things I've been focusing on. It's not about how many you made. Overall, it's about your percentage, how efficient you are, and I need to get better at that.
Cam, when the shots aren't falling, like was the case on Saturday, how tough is it to just get the momentum turned back around? How contagious does missing shots become in that scenario?
When you're not making shots, that makes any game tough. But we're a veteran group, and we need to find a way to win, and we didn't do that Saturday. So looking forward, if we're not making shots, we need to figure out other ways to score the ball and win the game.
Has it felt like a long week for you guys, after a rough outing in A&M and then having a whole week without a game?
I mean, it's not really a long week. After that A&M game, we knew we had to let that one go. We got a Big 12 game on Saturday, and we got to get ready for that. And we preparing for that this whole week, watching film and getting in the gym, getting ready to play Saturday.
I was curious. Xavier has had good games. He's kind of been up and down. The last game he had 2 points. How hungry do you get a sense that he is to get things going at Oklahoma State?
Actually, he's a great player, and he I know he wants to play well. Everybody doesn't play well every night, and that's just one of the games he didn't. I know what he's capable of. This team knows what he's capable of, so we look forward to him turning that around real quick.
Cardi, looking back on it, how much of the struggles on Saturday do you think were just the fact that it's not a Big 12 game, it's kind of out of the ordinary for you guys to be playing that in the middle of conference season?
It was still very important. It was a very important game. We should have won that game. We just didn't handle our business and do what we were supposed to. But it's just a game that we could just learn from and moving forward. But we knew that game was coming. It was another non-conference game. We didn't win any non-conference games, so that was a huge one coming in that we feel like we needed, especially on the road. But that game is over with, and luckily we're still in first place, and we still have a chance to compete for a Big 12 title. So I mean, we're now done with Texas A&M. No more Texas A&M. They're done with, and we're focused on Okie State.
Cam, for you, how big or important maybe was this week to not have a game for you to just continue trying to recover and things we hear about with bruise with your foot each day?
My foot feels fine. I feel 100% with my foot. It doesn't hurt. So this week really wasn't recovery for my foot. It was just being in the gym a whole week without any games, getting ready for Okie State, like I said before, watching film, see what we didn't do last game. And for me especially, just watch different little things about how I shot the ball. Did I shoot it the same way every time? Little stuff like that is very important, especially when you get a week off. You can work on things like that.
How much are you seeing things this year that maybe you didn't see in previous years just because of your experience?
my freshman and sophomore year, of course, it was tough. Freshman year, we didn't make the NCAA tournament. We weren't high in the Big 12. Sophomore year, we did better. Lost first round in the tournament. And then coming off of last year, I see the same group of guys who brings that same energy we had last year coming out of the tournament, and we want to win a Big 12 championship. That's the same thing on our mind, and I know every guy on my team is hungry. All my guys are hungry, and I'm just looking forward to keep competing, get ready for Saturday, and move on in the Big 12.
You guys struggled obviously against their zone. How much of that is can you just attribute to having a bad night shooting, and how much of it was executing, getting the right shots? I mean,
we watched film on it, and when you not making shots, whether it's zone or man, it makes the game a lot more difficult. We had great looks in the zone, plenty of times, and we didn't convert those points. And I felt like we weren't really as stagnant as we've been in that zone. We had a lot of open looks, and we didn't make them, and that's what it came down to.
So it wasn't so much an execution problem as a...
No, I mean, of course, there's sometimes in some games where you can execute better, no question about that. But the ones we did execute, and we got good quality shots, and if you don't make those, it makes the game real hard.
When you do struggle like that, is it kind of something that also tends to snowball a little bit?
If you're talking about snowballing a game, maybe, but somebody got to step up. And out of the guys that played Saturday, nobody was making shots. And that's all it came down to. As far as moving on to the next game, Texas A&M is over with, like Cardi said. And we got to get ready for a big game Saturday.
Cartier, you referenced still being in the spot to compete for the league title. You're in first place. I know you have to go game by game, but you guys catch yourself watching the rest of the league and thinking about the standings and how other teams perform in relation to you guys?
Of course, because we know that we're going to see that team again. You play each team twice, and in a Big 12, anybody could be anybody. So you got to be prepared, and preparation is key to coming in each game. Let's see an example. Texas beat us. They beat KU. West V done beat KU. We beat West V. It's just like and West V was the worst team in the conference at the time being. So it's like each game you just got to be prepared, because everybody in the 12 is very talented, and they all have different schemes to how they're gonna prepare and get ready for the game. So we're locked in. I believe after a tough loss, and we know that in order for us to win a Big 12 title, we got to be very precise and execute and be very disciplined and consistent in our approach. Got to start the game off strong. Got to end the game off strong.
Cartier, what kind of adjustment have you had to make coming off the bench versus a starter?
I don't think it's been any adjustment. I feel like I come to each and every game the same way. I really feel like it's just dependent on me being aggressive. I think that's really what it comes down to. It doesn't matter if I start or come off the bench. It's just what I do in those minutes that I play. So.
What areas have you been trying to focus on as far as improvement goes?
Just being more ready on the catch. Being more aggressive, getting to the basket, creating, getting in there, and trying to create for others. And just whoever's on fire, feeding a hot hand. I mean, I'm still a point guard, and we have a lot of guards on the team too, but we also have really skilled bigs. So it's just finding those players and knowing what your teammates like to do in their favorite spots on the court, and making sure everybody eats, and at the end of the day win the game.
You said your role's the same in a lot of ways, but coming off the bench, do you maybe have a better idea of what the team needs in a certain situation? Is that something you focus on, or does that change as opposed to being a starter where?
I say honestly, I don't think of that, but I feel like I should more, simply because you get to watch and see what is needed when you do come in the game. So I mean, I appreciate you for pointing that out. I'm gonna do that more.
My pleasure.
Cardi, I know this is going back a little ways, but how impactful to you was the second half of the West Virginia game, getting benched essentially by coach? It just seems like you've had more energy since then, but I'll let you tell me. I mean, how much did that impact you?
It was fun. I mean, I wasn't in the game, but at the same time, my overall focus on things is winning, and we won that game. We were down 21, and Mike made great plays. Cam, Barry, Dean X, everybody that was on that court that played, Mac, Levi, everybody that came in, they did amazing things and gave us a W. First, you mean like we made history. So a lot of people thought the game was over with, and we just kept fighting and we willed our way. And it just showed us that we could do anything. Like it don't matter how much you're down, keep playing, and the game ain't over till the game's over. So.
This is for both of you guys. Did you like the way the schedule set up with this week between the games? Because allowed you guys to maybe focus on the practice and tweaking things, getting better, or was like K-State was so frustrating you'd have liked to have had a game a couple of days later to go ahead and flush it out of your system?
I mean, whether we won that game or not, Texas A&M, a week off would have. I mean, it definitely helps. It helps any team, because you get ready. You got a lot more time to prepare for the next team, and you get to correct any mistakes that you made in the game before. So it gives us a lot more time to prepare for Okie State, and that's what we're worried about right now.
I feel like it, piggybacking off of what he said, what Cam said, and that's true too. And I also believe, everybody needs their rest at times, and we're a real defensive-minded team, so we play real hard, and that wear and tear puts a lot of stress on the body. So this week off gives us also a lot more time to recover and sleep, and just get our body back 100%.
Kim, what has Mike McGurl given you, and what areas have you maybe Barry talked to him about picking up his games?
Mike has given us a lot of energy. When he comes in the game, he plays great defense, especially on the ball, and then he makes open shots. He's aggressive on offense, and those are the plays that we need him to make. Those are the plays that we need everybody to make. Y'all mentioned Cardi coming off the bench. Cardi, he's another starter basically. He just comes in and basically piggybacks off of what we were doing in the game. His job is to keep that same energy going, and that's the job of everybody else who comes in the game after us. So I feel like Mike's energy brings a lot to our team.